I'm happy that we have him as our coach. You know his background in coaching with the Vikings, the 49ers in Stanford, and the success that he's had, also being the participant of the 49ers when he won a Super Bowl ring. So with that, let me introduce our head coach here and general manager, Dennis Green.
Thank you. Thank you. You know, I really appreciate it. I'm excited about it. And, you know, like most coaches, my energy, it gets kind of driven by the excitement of the area. And when we have this many people, over 100 people in here, this is a big-time press conference. And I've done a lot of them. I've been head coaches way back in Northwestern when I was 31 years old and all the other jobs. And I want to tell you, this is as an exciting group of people as I've been around. So I'm excited. Now, I'm also excited. My wife, we introduced my wife Marie and Zach and Vanessa. She's up here to say hi, but also we were house hunting already today, you know, so along with deciding that the Hilton is going to be, we're going to stay over on Arden Way, and that's going to be a great facility for us. We'll have 80 people that will be staying there. We'll be in there for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We'll be there for probably 64 nights sleeping, so a tremendous impact on the community. We're in the process now trying to determine exactly where we will train at, but we'll be there from basically August the 31st through the end of the season. Then we got to have where's the coach going to stay and where's the coach going to boat. Everybody knows I love to fish. Where's the coach going to keep his boat in the slip? And so those were some of the things that I kind of squeezed in there about an hour and a half earlier, and I can't make any of those decisions myself, obviously. I have to bring my wife along and get her opinion on that. But we will have a house here. We love the community. We've been down in San Diego for a long time. We've always bought a house wherever we've been, and we look forward to it. We saw some things that looked exciting. I always have a boat with me. I don't care if it's a fishing pond on a canoe, and this is a lot bigger thing than a pond. I might add, so I have a pretty big boat, and have some excitement. And the reason is because that's what really makes me tick. And when it makes me tick, I really get excited. Now, I've got three guys here who really exemplify how we see the United Football League. I mean, my strength as a coach has always been finding these guys that were overlooked. We had a lot of them with the San Francisco 49ers that really want to play, have great desire to play, and just haven't got that little bit extra that they need. And so three local players, one real local, and Warrell Williams. Warrell, you want to wave? Is from Grant High School. And there's a perfect example. 4-year start at University of California at Berkeley. Did a lot of damage to Stanford single-handedly. I might add, a lot of tackles. Played for us last year. Did a very good job at linebacker. Will be back for us again. Chris Cooper. Chris, you want to give a wave? Chris, if you're big Raider fans, Chris Cooper played with the Oakland Raiders for about 3 years. Played for us when we were coaching at Arizona. Played for us, of course, last year with the California Redwoods. Went to the University of Nebraska at Omaha. And I guarantee you now, the University of Nebraska had a lot of players with a lot of, you know, hype and all those other things, but none of those guys could have beat out Chris Cooper, who was at little small University of Nebraska at Omaha, because his heart ticked a lot harder and a lot louder, and he had a great desire to play. The other one's Isaiah Ross, who's also local from Elk Grove. Isaiah. I'm a big guy. Isaiah's a really big guy. Isaiah plays offensive guard for us, did a great job, played a lot of training camps in the National Football League, played in the Arena Football League, and started for us last year. Was the leading blocker for us. We had the leading rusher last year in Corey Ross, who played about 3 years in the National Football League. Corey Ross is a smaller guy. He's about 5'5", 5'6", weighs about 210 pounds, was a very talented player for Baltimore Ravens. And so we have a lot of players like that who have that kind of experience and are always looking for that opportunity. The uniqueness of coming to Sacramento means a lot to me. I knew the Bay Area. I know it very well. I spent a lot of time there. But I also know, and from a good buddy of mine named Steve Simmons, who a lot of you know, and Steve was heavily involved when the Olympic trials were here, that Sacramento is an incredible sports city. That's why you've had the Olympic trials here. That's why you've had this great history in track and field. And what we see now is an opportunity in establishing the United Football League, a new entity that's looking for communities where passion runs very deep. And that's really what we're looking for, and that's what we want to bring to the table. When we talk about adding these two teams, what we're doing is we're creating that more entertaining value, and that's going to be the key for us. Playing good football on a Thursday night or Friday night or a Saturday night. NFL plays on Sunday and Monday, and if you enjoy watching football, whether it's high school football, community college football, big-time college football, professional football, then you're going to love watching our football too, because in a very short window of time, basically 3 weeks, we don't have any mini camp. Well, we do have one mini camp. We won't have any team-organized workouts. We don't have any preseason games. We start playing. What we want to make sure that happens is that we play a style of football, and we play the game of football that you recognize as being good football players that play hard, that lay it on the line. And the reason they do that, Michael, you hit on it earlier, these guys really feel that we're giving them the opportunity to make that next step. And some of them will make that next step, some of them won't. But the big thing we do is give them an opportunity to do that. In Sacramento here, again, with Sacramento State, we made the call. Steve Simmons, again, made the initial contact with me, coming to Sacramento State University with its great reputation, ideal stadium size, 22,000 people for us, coming with the artificial surface now where we bring something to the table, which is every single student at Sacramento State now is going to have an opportunity to go down on that field, whether it be in physical education classes, whether it be in intramural classes. It's a shared field, and they last for about 10 years. Doesn't matter whether it's raining, doesn't matter if there was a game the night before. It is the ideal situation, but you have to have a lot of things fall into place to pull this deal off. There's no doubt that Sacramento State has probably talked for years about when exactly is the right time for us to get this all-purpose field. And it takes the right people getting together at the right time, and all of a sudden that right opportunity was 2010. We were coming in 2010. The Wellness Center is being finished in 2010. The opportunity for the stadium was ready in 2010, and we didn't get together and say, okay, now, should we think about this maybe and do it in 2011? We're not coming in 2011. The Wellness Center won't be done in 2011. So we all got together. We got it done in a very quick period of time, and so we're here, and we're staying, and we're looking forward to it. So we're happy that we're here again. A lot of excitement. We'll be glad to answer questions. I did a lot of interviews beforehand. The reason we're around all the time during the season, we want you to be able to believe in us. You know, I've been involved with the Boys and Girls Club, and I'm going over to the one over on 12th Street, I think it is. And I've been on the board of directors of Boys and Girls Club since 1992, 11 years with the Minnesota Vikings when I was in Minneapolis. Now I've been on since we've been down in San Diego for about another 9 or 10 years. And that's really all about creating an opportunity. I'm the beneficiary of a Boys and Girls Club kid. I was a young guy that grew up in the inner city of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. And if I wasn't getting to the club, and sometimes I had to fight my way there, then I was going to get in trouble, and sometimes I had to fight my way back. But it's where I learned that great idea of sportsmanship, and that's where a lot of people really believed in me. And so we have really tried to believe in that. That's why every week the players will have a Community Monday or Community Tuesday. They will go to either Boys and Girls Club, or they'll speak to physical education classes, or they'll speak to community centers. They all know that all of us have gotten that one key break, and we try to pass it on to the young people. So again, I'm going to sit down because I'm one of those guys, if you've heard me before, I could talk forever. I'm really not quite sure, because what I'm hoping is this, before I sit down, that most of you don't know what the mayor was talking about. Oh, no, I'm serious. I'm hoping that everybody gets says, I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm afraid, though, that a lot of you do get it, though. Thank you.